Beloved soul, have you ever noticed that after spending time with a certain person, you feel unusually tired, restless, or emotionally heavy, yet you cannot clearly explain why? Nothing dramatic may have happened. No obvious argument, no harsh words, no visible conflict. And still, when you walk away, it feels as if something inside you has been quietly drained. Your enthusiasm fades. Your clarity weakens. Even your joy seems slightly dimmed. You may even question yourself, wondering, is something wrong with me? Why do I feel this way? But dear seeker, pause gently and consider another possibility. What if this exhaustion is not weakness, but awareness? What if your inner being is trying to show you that not all exchanges are equal? In this world, we understand physical energy very well. We know when our body is tired. Yet we rarely speak about emotional and spiritual energy, which is far more subtle and far more precious. Every conversation, every interaction, every relationship involves an exchange of vibration. Some people leave you inspired, uplifted, peaceful. Others, without intending harm, may unconsciously draw from your attention, sympathy, and emotional strength without replenishing it. If you find yourself repeatedly drained after certain interactions, if you feel responsible for managing someone else's constant emotional storms, if your peace seems disturbed simply by their presence, then it is time to gently awaken to what may be happening. This is not about blame. It is about awareness. Today, let us explore this delicate truth together, with calm understanding and spiritual clarity. Beloved seeker, the first and most obvious sign that you may be dealing with an energy-draining person is how you feel after spending time with them. This is very simple, yet very profound. When you leave their presence, do you feel uplifted and peaceful, or do you feel strangely exhausted? You may notice a heaviness in your body, a fog in your mind, or a quiet emotional depletion that you cannot fully explain. Even if the conversation seemed normal on the surface, something inside you feels diminished. Your natural enthusiasm weakens. Your patience becomes thinner. Your desire to withdraw and be alone becomes stronger. This is not imagination. Your nervous system and subtle energy field are responding to imbalance. In every interaction, there is an exchange. Healthy exchanges feel mutual. Both people share, both listen, both give and receive. But when one person constantly speaks of their problems, seeks reassurance, demands attention, or unconsciously depends on you for emotional stability, the flow becomes one-sided. Over time, this one-sided flow drains your vitality. You may even begin to feel responsible for their mood, as though it is your duty to lift them, calm them, or solve their struggles. This quiet responsibility is heavy. And if you carry it repeatedly, your spirit becomes tired. Dear soul, learn to observe your own state after each interaction. Your body and emotions are honest teachers. If you consistently feel weaker rather than stronger, heavier rather than lighter, this is your first clear sign. Awareness is the beginning of protection. Beloved soul, the second clear sign appears in a more subtle way. It is the pattern of constant victimhood. You may notice that this person always has a story of how life is unfair, how others have wronged them, how nothing ever works in their favor. Of course, compassion is sacred. Every human being faces pain, and listening with kindness is a beautiful quality. But observe carefully, is there growth in their story, or only repetition? Do they seek solutions, or do they gently reject every suggestion you offer? When you encourage them, do they take responsibility and move forward, or do they return again with the same complaint, unchanged and unwilling to reflect inward? An energy-draining pattern often hides behind helplessness. The person may not consciously intend harm, yet they continuously draw emotional support without making effort to strengthen themselves. Over time, you may feel as though you are carrying their burdens while they remain comfortable in their narrative of suffering. You begin to feel like their emotional caretaker rather than their equal. Dear seeker, True healing requires participation. A sincere soul may fall, but they rise again. They may cry, but they also learn. If someone repeatedly refuses growth and depends on your sympathy as their primary source of strength, the exchange becomes imbalanced. Compassion does not mean allowing yourself to be emotionally consumed. You can care without absorbing. You can listen without becoming responsible for their refusal to change. Awareness of this pattern is not judgment, it is clarity. Beloved seeker, the third sign reveals itself through constant drama and emotional turbulence. Notice whether this person seems surrounded by conflict wherever they go. There is always a misunderstanding, always a new argument, always some unfolding tension that demands immediate attention. Small matters become large storms. Simple conversations turn into complicated emotional scenes. You may find yourself repeatedly pulled into situations that do not belong to you, asked to take sides, calm disputes, or absorb intense emotions that leave you unsettled long after the moment has passed. At first, you may believe you are simply being supportive. But over time, you begin to recognize a pattern. Peace rarely stays for long in their presence. There is an unconscious attraction to chaos, as though calmness feels unfamiliar or even uncomfortable to them. Drama creates stimulation, and stimulation becomes a kind of fuel. Yet for a sensitive and spiritually aware soul, constant emotional intensity is deeply draining. Your inner system longs for harmony, not turbulence. Dear one, spiritual growth requires calm awareness. If someone repeatedly disturbs your inner stillness, it is not your duty to remain in the storm to prove your loyalty. You can care for someone without participating in unnecessary conflict. Observe how often you feel pulled into emotional fires that were never yours to carry. Peace is sacred. Protecting it is not avoidance, it is wisdom guided by self-respect and spiritual maturity. Beloved soul, the fourth sign becomes clear when you begin to set even the smallest boundary. Perhaps you gently say, I need some time for myself, or I cannot talk right now, or I am not comfortable with this. And instead of understanding, you are met with disappointment, guilt, irritation, or emotional withdrawal. You may notice that the moment you protect your time or energy, the atmosphere shifts. They may accuse you of changing, of becoming distant, of no longer caring as you once did. Slowly, without realizing it, you begin to feel guilty for honoring your own needs. You question yourself. You wonder if you are being selfish. But dear seeker, healthy relationships respect limits. Boundaries are not walls of rejection, they are lines of self-respect. A balanced soul understands that love does not require constant access. When someone reacts negatively to your boundaries, it often reveals that they were comfortable benefiting from your unlimited availability. If your no creates conflict while your silent sacrifice creates peace, that peace is not genuine, it is dependency. True connection allows both people to breathe freely. If you feel pressured to explain, justify, or defend your need for space again and again, this is a sign of imbalance. Remember gently, you are allowed to protect your energy. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to choose when and how you give. Boundaries do not diminish love, they make love healthier, clearer, and sustainable. Beloved seeker, the fifth sign appears in the simple flow of conversation. Observe carefully how your interactions unfold. Do they truly ask about your life with sincere interest, or do they quickly return the focus to themselves? You may begin sharing something meaningful, your progress, your struggle, your joy, and within moments, the subject shifts back to their experiences, their problems, their emotions. It may be subtle. It may even seem unintentional. But over time, you notice a pattern, you are the listener far more than you are heard. When you speak of your difficulties, they may interrupt, compare, or minimize your feelings by saying they have it worse. Instead of holding space for you, they compete for attention. In such exchanges, the balance of giving and receiving slowly disappears. Healthy communication flows like a gentle river, moving in both directions with equal respect. But when one person consistently dominates the emotional space, the connection becomes one-sided. You may begin to feel invisible, as though your inner world is secondary. Dear soul, this is not how nourishing relationships feel. Love listens with presence. It honors another's experience without turning it into a performance. If you often leave conversations feeling unheard or overshadowed, pay attention. Your voice matters. Your experiences matter. A true connection allows both hearts to speak and both hearts to feel valued. Recognizing this imbalance is not criticism, it is clarity guiding you toward healthier exchanges. Beloved soul, the sixth sign is the most subtle and perhaps the most important of all. It is the quiet voice of your intuition. Before the mind analyzes, before logic explains, your inner being often senses what is true. You may notice a slight tightness in your chest when you see their name appear on your phone. You may feel a wave of hesitation before meeting them, even when you cannot identify a clear reason. Your body may become tense, your breath shallow, your thoughts restless. On the surface, everything may appear normal, yet inwardly something feels unsettled. Dear seeker, this is not imagination. Your intuition is a sacred instrument. It reads energy long before the intellect understands patterns. Many times, out of politeness or fear of seeming unkind, you may silence this inner whisper. You may tell yourself you are overthinking, being too sensitive, or judging unfairly. But sensitivity is not weakness, it is awareness. The soul communicates through feeling. When your presence feels contracted rather than expanded around someone, that contraction carries information. A spiritually awake person learns to respect these signals without anger or blame. You do not need dramatic proof to honor your discomfort. Calm awareness is enough. Trust the gentle caution within you. It is there to protect your peace, guide your choices, and keep your energy aligned with harmony rather than disturbance. Beloved soul, as we come to the close of this reflection, take a quiet moment to turn inward and ask yourself with honesty and compassion, where in my life do I feel drained rather than nourished? Awareness is not meant to create fear or separation, it is meant to awaken strength. You are not here to carry the emotional weight of the world at the cost of your own peace. You are here to grow, to shine, and to live in alignment with your highest nature. Protecting your energy does not make you unkind. Setting boundaries does not make you selfish. Choosing peace does not make you cold. It makes you conscious. When you guard your inner harmony, you preserve your ability to love from fullness rather than exhaustion. Let this message not only inform you, but transform you. Begin gently. Observe your interactions. Strengthen your meditation. Surround yourself with uplifting influences. And most importantly, trust the wisdom of your inner guidance. If this message resonated with you, I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you experienced any of these signs? What has helped you protect your energy? Your experience may help another seeker who is silently struggling. And tell me, what topic would you like to explore in our next video? Your journey matters, and I would love to walk this path of awareness with you. If you found value here, share this video with someone who may need this guidance today. Until we meet again, remain centered, remain compassionate, remain strong in spirit. Jai Guru Dev.